Stop performing your worth for an audience that is looking for reasons to doubt you. Value isn't a performance. It is a frequency. Most people spend their lives leaking their status through urgency, over-explanation, and the desperate need to be seen. But in the 17th century, one man controlled the fate of Europe without ever raising his voice. Strip away the social masks and face the cold reality. Before you speak, your nervous system has already introduced you. The logical solution to raising your value is not to add more traits, but to regulate the ones you have. Status is communicated through discipline, not achievement. They called him the Red Eminence. Cardinal Richelieu was the chief minister to King Louis XIII, a man who navigated a world of assassins and kings with the cold precision of a surgeon. Richelieu understood that perception is shaped by microsignals the brain processes before logic even begins. He didn't prove he was important. He acted with such internal regulation that the world had no choice but to believe it. Today, we are deconstructing the Red Eminence Method. Here are the 6 silent habits that instantly raise your value by mastering the architecture of your own presence. Chapter 1. The luxury of being misunderstood. Most people suffer from a low-value instinct, the desperate need to over-explain. Richelieu was the most hated man in France, accused of being a tyrant and a traitor. His response? Absolute silence. He realized that when you rush to defend your image, you prove how fragile it actually is. Internally secure people do not scramble. They allow the truth to self-correct over time. This is the wisdom paradox. The more urgently you protect your reputation, the more you signal that your status depends on the approval of others. The logical solution is to embrace the luxury of being wrong in someone else's mind. Stability ranks higher than likability. When you stop defending, you appear unshakable. Chapter 2. Response over reaction. Reaction is a reflex of the primitive brain. Response is a product of the executive mind. Richelieu practiced a micro-delay in every interaction. Whether facing a king or an assassin, he never spoke the second a question ended. He forced a pause. The room doesn't analyze your logic. It notices who tightens first. This delay signals executive control. In any high-stakes moment, the person with the most regulated nervous system wins the invisible hierarchy. By slowing down your speech and your breath, you signal to every brain in the room that you are the predator, not the prey. Your biology becomes your influence. Chapter 3. The weight of availability. In the economy of human value, instant availability signals an excess of supply. Richelieu was never just around. He was summoned, or he summoned you. He understood that unrestricted access dilutes the perceived power of the person. Boundaries elevate status. Accessibility destroys it. This is the scarcity principle applied to time. When your time is structured and your access is deliberate, your presence gains psychological weight. The logical solution is to stop being the on-call person for everyone else's emergencies. When you are hard to reach, your words carry more gravity when you finally arrive. Chapter 4. Nervous system stillness. The body leaks the truth long before the mouth can lie. Under tension, most people shift their weight, touch their face, or speak at a higher pitch. They are looking for an exit. Richelieu trained his body to be as still as a statue. Presence is simply nervous system discipline. This removes signs of threat detection. Humans are biologically wired to read fear. The least threatened person in the room is automatically perceived as the most powerful. By relaxing your jaw and keeping your gestures minimal, you communicate that the environment holds no danger for you. You aren't just calm, you are dominant. Chapter 5. The contrast of silence. Low-value energy tries to secure attention. High-value energy allows attention to settle. Richelieu did not compete for noise. He spoke with extreme selectivity. He knew that in a room full of shouting men, the man who speaks the least is the one everyone leans toward to hear. Noise fades. Selective input stands out. This is the law of contrast. Silence creates gravity. The more you speak, the more common your words become. By choosing silence as your default, you force others to fill the void, exposing their own insecurities while you remain an enigma. The logical conclusion is that the less you say, the more your voice matters. Chapter 6. The Anchor of Detachment. This is the anchor habit. The moment you demonstrate non-attachment, the power shifts entirely to you. Richelieu was always willing to walk away. No emotional outburst, no public announcement, just a quiet withdrawal. Dependence lowers status. Independence elevates it. This is outcome independence. When people sense that you are willing to lose the interaction, they realize you are not dependent on them for your sense of self. Detachment signals abundance. The person who needs the least usually ends up with the most. The logical solution to a power struggle is to be the one who can leave the table without looking back. The final verdict. Cardinal Richelieu died in 1642, having built the modern state of France. His last words were, "I have no enemies except those of the state." The Red Eminence Method teaches us that value rises internally first. It is about self-regulation, not dominance. When you stop leaking urgency and start mastering your own nervous system, the world will treat you as the authority you have become. As Richelieu wrote, "To govern a state, one must first govern the self." Master your back shop. Hold your silence. And remember that your value is communicated long before your introduction ever begins. Tell me in the comments, which of these 6 silent habits is the hardest for you to maintain under pressure? Let's share our maps of the back shop. I read every one. If the Richelieu method rewired your perspective, consider subscribing. Let's master the laws of power together. Thank you for watching.